You're eating salads, you're walking every day, you're counting every calorie, yet that stubborn fat around your middle refuses to leave. You've been told it's just a part of aging. But what if I told you that the battle you're fighting is against the wrong enemy entirely? The number one mistake has almost nothing to do with the food you're eating and everything to do with two silent hormonal assassins wreaking havoc inside your body. This experience, the feeling that your own body is working against you, is incredibly common and deeply frustrating. You are not alone, and you are not imagining it. The rules that governed your metabolism for decades have fundamentally changed. This isn't a failure of willpower, it's a failure of strategy. Your old map no longer works because you are in a new territory, the territory of the great hormonal shift. This shift, driven by menopause, is orchestrated by the decline of one key hormone, estrogen. For years, estrogen was like a skilled conductor, ensuring all the instruments in your hormonal orchestra played in harmony. It helped your cells listen to insulin, it buffered your stress response, and it directed fat to be stored primarily in the hips and thighs for childbearing purposes. As this conductor begins to leave the stage, two other musicians, who were once quiet members of the orchestra, decide to take over and play their own chaotic music. Their names are insulin and cortisol. Insulin, the storage manager, becomes less effective. Your cells start to ignore its instructions. Cortisol, the stress manager, becomes overactive and loud, and together they form a powerful alliance. Their new favorite song? A tune called Store Fat on the Belly. They rewrite your body's metabolic rules, directing calories to be stored with incredible efficiency right around your midsection. This is why the eat less, move more mantra can backfire spectacularly. Extreme dieting and excessive exercise are forms of stress, which only makes the cortisol music play louder, telling your body to hold on to that belly fat even tighter for a perceived emergency. In this video, we are going to learn how to silence that chaotic music. We are going to conduct our own orchestra. We will dive deep into a 3-pillar strategy designed to gently guide your body back into balance. We will disarm insulin, we will calm cortisol, and we will introduce a 3rd pillar of support that will accelerate your results. This is not a quick fix. This is a new operating manual for your body. Let's begin by understanding our first target, the phenomenon of insulin resistance. Insulin's primary role is to be a gentle guide for energy. When you eat, your food is broken down into glucose, which enters your bloodstream. This is your body's main fuel source. Insulin is the hormone released by your pancreas to escort this glucose out of the blood and into your cells, where it can be burned for energy. It's a perfect system, until it isn't. Insulin resistance is the central metabolic challenge of life after 50. As estrogen declines, your cells, particularly in your muscles and liver, become hard of hearing. They become resistant to insulin's message. Imagine insulin knocking on the door of a cell, but the person inside has headphones on. Insulin knocks louder. Your pancreas produces more insulin. The person still doesn't hear. So insulin starts banging on the door. Your pancreas floods your system with huge amounts of insulin. This state of chronically high insulin is called hyperinsulinemia. This creates a cascade of metabolic chaos. First, it makes fat burning nearly impossible. Insulin is a one-way street. Its job is to put things into cells, not take them out. When insulin is high, it sends a loud and clear signal to your fat cells. Lock down, do not release any stored fat. Your body becomes incredibly efficient at storing fat and incredibly inefficient at burning it. Second, it leads to energy crashes and cravings. Because the glucose isn't getting into your cells properly, your brain and muscles are literally starving for energy, even though there's plenty of sugar in your blood. This triggers intense cravings for quick energy, sugar and refined carbs, which starts the whole vicious cycle over again. Third, it drives inflammation. Chronically high insulin is a major driver of systemic inflammation, which is linked to a host of other age-related health issues, including joint pain and heart disease. So, our strategy is not to declare war on insulin, but to make its job easier. We want to stop it from having to shout. We do this by keeping our blood sugar levels as stable as a calm lake, rather than the stormy seas of spikes and crashes. This is achieved through our first pillar, the blood sugar stability diet. This isn't about deprivation, it's about smart composition. Component 1, the protein anchor. Protein has your most important tool. It has a very minimal effect on blood sugar. More importantly, it is highly satiating and slows down digestion. Every single meal and snack should start with a protein source. For breakfast, this means eggs, Greek yogurt, or a quality protein shake, not a bagel. For lunch, a large salad with grilled chicken or chickpeas. For dinner, baked salmon with roasted vegetables. Protein is the anchor that keeps your blood sugar from drifting away. Component 2, the fiber shield. Fiber is the unsung hero of blood sugar control. It forms a gel-like substance in your gut that slows the absorption of sugars. This is why eating a whole apple is vastly different from drinking apple juice. Your main sources should be non-starchy vegetables: broccoli, spinach, cauliflower, zucchini, bell peppers. Aim to fill half your plate with these vegetables at lunch and dinner. Other great sources are chia seeds, flax seeds, and legumes. Component 4, the smart carb strategy. Notice this is last. Carbohydrates are not the enemy, but the type and timing are critical. Eliminate the white devils: white flour, white sugar, white rice. Replace them with small portions of high-fiber, slow carbs: a small sweet potato, a scoop of quinoa, a handful of berries. A powerful strategy for many women is to backload their carbs, having them with their evening meal rather than in the morning. This can help improve sleep and keeps insulin levels low during the day when you're most active. This isn't a diet. It's a new way of eating designed to work with your new hormonal reality, not against it. Now for our second hormonal assassin, cortisol. If insulin is locking the doors to your fat cells, cortisol is the one who hired the security guards and told them to patrol the belly area exclusively. The science is fascinating and clear. The fat cells in our abdomen, visceral fat, have up to 4 times more cortisol receptors than fat cells elsewhere in the body. This means that when you are stressed, you are biologically hardwired to deposit fat directly onto your belly. It's an ancient survival mechanism. In times of famine, a major stressor, belly fat is the most easily accessible energy source for your vital organs. In modern life, that famine has been replaced by deadlines, traffic, and endless notifications. The problem is chronic, low-grade stress. Your body can't tell the difference between the stress of being chased by a tiger and the stress of a worrying email from your boss. The cortisol response is the same. And when cortisol is chronically elevated, it doesn't just promote belly fat, it also breaks down muscle tissue, which is terrible for your metabolism, increases blood sugar, making insulin's job harder, and contributes to that feeling of being tired but wired. So, our second pillar is the cortisol control protocol. This is about actively managing your stress response. Component 1, the right kind of movement. We must redefine exercise. The goal is no longer to burn calories, it's to manage stress. Strength training is non-negotiable. This is the most important form of exercise for women over 50. Building and maintaining lean muscle mass is like building a bigger sugar sponge. The more muscle you have, the more sensitive your body becomes to insulin, and the more glucose you can store in your muscles instead of converting it to fat. Aim for 2 to 3 full body sessions per week. This isn't about lifting heavy weights, it's about challenging your muscles with resistance. Cardio must be smart. Long, grueling cardio sessions like running for an hour can be perceived as a major stressor by the body, raising cortisol. Instead, focus on two things: low-intensity steady state, or LISS, like a brisk 45-minute walk, which is fantastic for burning fat and lowering stress, and high-intensity interval training, or HIIT, but only for very short periods, 10 to 15 minutes once or twice a week, as this can improve insulin sensitivity without chronically elevating cortisol. Restorative movement is essential. This is the secret weapon. Practices like gentle yoga, tai chi, and stretching actively lower cortisol and calm the nervous system. A 10-minute stretching session before bed can do more for your belly fat than an extra 10 minutes on the treadmill. Component 2, the sleep sanctuary. Sleep is not a luxury. It is the foundation of hormonal health. During deep sleep, your body lowers cortisol, regulates hunger hormones, and repairs itself. Chronic sleep deprivation is one of the biggest drivers of high cortisol and insulin resistance. You must protect your sleep ferociously. Create a sleep sanctuary. Make your room completely dark, cool, and quiet. Turn off all screens at least an hour before bed. The blue light from phones and TVs disrupts your body's production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Create a calming bedtime ritual. Read a book, take a warm bath, listen to calming music. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. It is the most powerful free medicine you have. We have now addressed diet and lifestyle. Our third and final pillar is about providing your body with targeted support through strategic supplementation. I must repeat my disclaimer: always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement. This is for educational purposes only. When battling hormonal belly fat, there are a few key supplements that research suggests can be incredibly helpful. Magnesium. This is the master mineral for relaxation. Most people are deficient in it. Magnesium helps to regulate cortisol, calm the nervous system, and improve sleep quality. Magnesium glycinate is a highly absorbable form that is particularly good for sleep. Omega-3 fatty acids. Found in fish oil, these are powerful anti-inflammatories. By reducing the chronic inflammation caused by high insulin and cortisol, you help your body get out of emergency mode and back into a state of balance. Adaptogenic herbs. Herbs like ashwagandha and rhodiola rosa are called adaptogens because they help your body adapt to stress. They don't eliminate stress, but they can help to buffer the cortisol response, preventing it from spiraling out of control. Ashwagandha in particular has been shown in studies to significantly reduce cortisol levels. Berberine. This is a powerful plant compound that has been studied extensively for its effects on blood sugar and insulin. Some studies have shown it to be as effective as the diabetes drug metformin at improving insulin sensitivity. It can be a powerful tool, but it's strong, so it absolutely requires a doctor's supervision. The final plan is a symphony, not a solo. It is the combination of these three pillars working together. Imagine your week. You're starting your days with a protein-rich breakfast. You're filling your lunch and dinner plates with colorful vegetables and healthy fats. You're going for a brisk walk in the afternoon sun. You're lifting weights twice a week. You're turning off your phone an hour before bed and sleeping deeply. You're supporting your body with key nutrients. This is not a diet you are on or off. This is a new way of living. It is a system designed to honor the changes your body is going through and provide it with the support it needs to thrive. The belly fat is not the problem. It's a symptom. It's a distress signal from a body that is out of balance. By focusing on creating balance, you don't just lose the weight, you gain energy, clarity of mind, and a profound sense of well-being. This journey can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to take it alone. If you're ready to dive even deeper and learn more science-backed strategies to feel amazing after 50, please subscribe to Dr. Mascola. We are building a community of empowered women, and we would be honored to have you. Click that subscribe button and let's start thriving together.